I think it's pretty safe to say that the future of the Star Wars franchise seems to be quite expansive, not just with their books, novels, comics, and video games, but also let's not forget about their new Star Wars TV shows, both in live action and animated form, as well as their new Star Wars trilogy of movies by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Disney Star Wars is that we do know that they are currently very much hard at work on developing a proper future for this franchise. They really want to match it up against the Marvel Cinematic Universe in order to show fans that Disney really is indeed capable of making successful Star Wars projects. And I think that The Mandalorian was really a prime example of that Disney can, if they want to, make proper Star Wars stories that a lot of fans really do indeed accept. Now, the thing with The Rise of Skywalker is that we do know that this movie in particular had a very shaky production. It was a real big mess because the editors involved, all the cast and crew, they really were crunching with time. They really had far less time in comparison to The Force Awakens and even The Last Jedi because of all the reshoots and the rewrites that took place for this movie twice by Kathleen Kennedy. And it really caused a big issue with how the movie was made and why it feels so very rushed in the very beginning of Episode 9 and very fast-paced. Now, the thing about The Rise of Skywalker is that originally it was going to be around 4 hours long in length. They really wanted to make it a big feature film, that they were even toying around with the idea of splitting it into 2 parts that Kathleen Kennedy did not want to do. Now, as time progressed, a lot of scenes were deleted and left pretty much in a box and never saw the light of day. Now, what's really intriguing all has to do with a new cut of the film dubbed as the JJ cut / George Lucas cut, where now that the Skywalker saga is officially over as far as the films go, both Disney and Lucasfilm have been primarily focused on their new Star Wars universe, as well as their new Star Wars trilogy of movies and how they will be delivered to the Star Wars fandom over the next couple of years. Now, it's described that currently, Bob Chapek is working on releasing their Lucas cut, also dubbed the JJ cut, in which the new cut of The Rise of Skywalker will involve dozens of deleted scenes from the film, and that they aim for it to be 4 hours long in length for the fans to enjoy. It's said that one of the major scenes to become a part of the Lucas cut is said to involve Matt Smith's character, known as the Dark Acolyte, taken over by Palpatine's spirit, where the Acolyte would use a brand new Force storm power that was originally going to create flash fights between himself, Kylo Ren, and even Rey, where all 3 characters would fight throughout the ages. Now, in case you guys forgot about this, the flash fights would allow the 3 characters to fight on worlds like Tatooine, Ahch-To, Naboo, and more. Now, they would skip from world to world of the Skywalker saga that many fans know and love. The flash fights between the Acolyte, Kylo, and Rey were described to be so intense that held incomplete CGI work that Chapek plans to have finished with a new team that George Lucas plans to hire for the new cut of The Rise of Skywalker, showcasing the flash fights between the 3 characters. Now, it's noted that the George Lucas cut will also involve a full-fledged fight scene between regular Rey and Dark Rey on the world of Exegol, right in front of Palpatine's throne, on the world of Exegol, where Rey severs Dark Rey's arm off as she kicks her into the bottomless pit that Ben Solo eventually falls into during the final cut of the movie, and that the JJ cut / George Lucas cut is set to include tons of new tracks by John Williams that the fans have never heard before for the very end of the Skywalker saga. So here's the thing about the JJ cut that's very, very important, is that they plan to release this thing in late 2023 during the holiday season on Disney+. That's what Chapek wants to do. That's what they are aiming to do, such as George, John, and Dave as well, to really make this something quite amazing for fans to enjoy. There's no doubt about it that when you think about it this way in that sense, the Dark Acolyte was going to be a very interesting character. What they really wanted to do with Star Wars is that they really wanted Matt Smith to be the new big bad, the new villain, if you will, that would have been connected to Palpatine. That was the original plan before Kathleen Kennedy intervened and made all these different changes and really made a drastic change to the final chapter of the Skywalker saga. And it's one of the main reasons as to why George Lucas did not attend at the premiere for Episode 9. He had such an issue with Kathleen Kennedy, he just did not want to be there. He was very unhappy with the movie. because he had a lot of plans based on what he wanted to do with J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, and it just didn't work out, sadly. And that's why Matt Smith's name was immediately removed from the cast, from those international websites for Star Wars Episode 9 and the actual movie itself. So, like I've said before in the past, I think that the flash fights would have been amazing. Seeing Tatooine, Naboo, Endor, Ahch-To, all these famous planets in the Skywalker saga, making an epic return in such a force-heavy way, I think it really would have worked and been the highlight of the entire saga. So with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again. No.